Hello, cruising world. Mick the Suit Guy with you. It's Monday Tip Day. Monday Tip Day. Are we getting there? Are we finally getting there with this? Those that watch this Monday Tip Day, whatever. Anyways, some tips for you today from little old me. 2 or 3 for you that hopefully will help your cruise be much more fun, much better and more fun is what I'm trying to say. So I want to concentrate a little bit on one big tip I want to give you today, and then I'll give you a bonus one at the end. The tip is simply this: when you are looking online for your cabin, and they'll always give you, let Carnival choose for me, or let me choose my own cabin. I would never let Carnival choose the cabin for you unless that's part of the offer that you have. So we'll give you 2 tips in one here, because I'll go into this in much more detail. But Carnival does have targeted offers that they only give to certain people. So this goes back to what we said before about making sure if you're cruising, you check everybody's VIFP number that's on that cruise, not just one person, because everybody gets different offers, right? Especially if you are red and gold, you get the best offers. So if you are in either of those categories on the loyalty, and just so you know, blue is first time cruiser, red is second through 25 days, and then gold is 25 through 75 days. And then once you hit 75 days, you get platinum, and once you hit 200 days, you get diamond, right? So they want you to cruise again when you're red and gold. So you get way better offers. Trust me, as a travel agent, I look at everybody's offers every week, all my clients, and I know who gets what offers. I'm a diamond. I have none at the moment because they know I'm going to cruise again. I'm not complaining. I'm not one of these privileged diamond people at all. I'm a sharing diamond. If I see you on a cruise ship and you got a blue card and you see my white card, you ask me questions. I don't look down at you. I don't tell you anything. I ask your questions and I can help you. That's the way I am. Anyway, so when you're blue, they don't really know who you are. When you're red and gold, they want you to come back. So after your first cruise, you turn red. They want you to come back. So you are going to get the best offers. Platinum still gets some, and diamond, get nothing. Get free laundry. That's about it. Oh, the joys of being diamond. I will cover that in a video coming up very soon, what you get for each one. Anyways, I digress. I'm going back to this. So you go on board. The targeted offers are there. Sometimes the offer is just Carnival chooses the cabin for you, so it's a cheaper rate. Nothing you can do about that. But if you have the chance to pick your own cabin, pick your own cabin. Now, what's the next step to that? How do I know what a good cabin is and what a bad cabin is? Well, best tip I'll give you, as I've shown before in other videos, look what's above and below you. And every ship's got a different layout. I always recommend, if possible, the best place to be, just my opinion, not always the best cabins in these areas, middle of the ship, middle of the decks. You want people above you and people below you. If nothing else, if you have a cabin that's available that you like the look of, just check what's above it and what's below it. Because you can go on Carnival, do a search, Carnival Splendid Deck Plan, whatever, and it will show you the PDF, and you can zoom in to the cabin you're looking at, and you can look above and below. There's a really cool website called cruisedeckplans.org you can go to that gives you a lot of information. But here's the number one place to go. It's the number one place for everything. Go to YouTube. I mean, I personally have a ton of videos of different cabins on there. There's hundreds and hundreds of YouTube videos of specific cabins or similar cabins. So you can have a look and see what the cabin looks like. But also look at the diagram and see what's above and below. So it's not just what the cabin looks like, but it is a good help. Sometimes you might be a bit disappointed. One of my friends once booked a cabin. He didn't realize he booked a bunk bed. So he got in the room and it's just one little bed and a bunk above it. And it was just him cruising. His big boy. He wasn't very happy. Didn't do his research. You know, so research the cabin if you have time or if you care before you book that specific cabin. Look on YouTube videos, look at the deck plan on Carnival, and make sure there's nothing above or below you. That's really annoying. Location, location, location. You know, so that would be a big one for me. You know, sometimes, like for example, we are going on the Splendor, we're doing a back-to-back. And we've treated ourselves, it's in Australia, 10 days to New Zealand coming back, then 10 days to the Great Barrier Reef and coming back. And we kind of splurged and we got one of those wraparound balconies at the back. And on a back-to-back, if you don't know what a back-to-back is, by the way, this is turning into a tips galore. Back-to-back means you're just doing the same cruise, comes in, goes out, you're staying on for 2 consecutive cruises. Side to side, if you've heard that term, is when you go out on ship A. We're doing this year. We're going out on the Sunrise on November the 14th. We're coming back in on the 19th. We're getting off the Sunrise. We're walking. Well, not that quick because I'll have 5 bags over to the Spirit. It was supposed to be the Freedom. They changed the ship on us. And then we're going on the Spirit for Thanksgiving. So that's a side to side when you get off one ship and get on another. So that's that. Tips within tips. And as always, when you do these tips, you completely forget where you're at. Because I have no idea what I was talking about now. But as I always say, I'm not going to backtrack. I'm going to work out where I was. I'm going to recover. And I'm going to get back to where I was in this. So where was I? Put it in the comments afterwards. No clue where I was going with that. Oh yeah, I know where I was going. See? Stick with it. So we're doing a back-to-back on the Splendor in Australia. And we wanted to treat ourselves to a wraparound aft balcony. So we could have got the best decks, which is on that particular ship is 6 and 7. But we'd have to move cabins between. On deck 8, which is right under the back of the Lido, the same cabin was available for both 10 days. So we took a gamble. And we're going to be in that one. So there's times, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be loud, but probably a bit louder right under the back of the Lido than it would be on the others, especially with a bunch of Aussies on board. Aussie. I'll hear that 55 times during the week, I'm sure. Anyways, just a little tip for you. Cabin location. And if you want help with that, email me. My email is coming up at the end of this. I would love to help give you suggestions on what the best cabins are. I only have 2 ships left in the fleet, apart from the brand new ones coming out, that I have not been on. And I'll be cruising on both of those in January and February next year. That is the Conquest and the Horizon. Other than that, I've been on every ship in the fleet. So I have a pretty good idea of the layout of most of them. And I have 17 cruises booked. So I'm going on them all again. And now I've got my little YouTube video. I've only had it for a year or so, a couple of years. I'll be doing all the ship tours. So I'll be getting to know the ships much, much better. Anyways, rambling on again, I'll leave you with one more tip. When you go on a cruise ship, try and find something different to do that you've never done. Take you out of that comfort zone. For example, you can't do it anymore, but I always used to do the hairy chest contest. I've shown these pictures on videos before. I horrify people with my Speedos with alligators on them. Not going to show you today, but you can look at my other videos. Not a pretty sight. I either got kicked out in round 1 or I won. There was no in between. Anyways, do something like that. Don't do it anymore because it's not inclusive, but other things you can do. Lip sync battle. Oh no, they don't do that anymore either. They just cancelled it for good. So make like your own things to do. It doesn't have to be a carnival thing. One of the things we do, and I got some prepped here, I get these inflatable ships. Just a few ready for my upcoming cruises. And every cruise, I take one of these ships, inflate it, name it, appropriate to something that's happening on that cruise. And one day we have a pub crawl where we go around all of the bars on the ship and we have all the bartenders sign it. That's helped us out over the week. So I have a lot of these ready to go up in my man cave when I'm allowed to have another one. But nice little memory. So we get bartenders some of those. Yeah, I bought them up because I was worried they'd stop selling them. They didn't. I got away with it though. I convinced Julie that was going to happen. So do something like that. Think of something you can do that makes your trip memory. Maybe a little cruise tradition that you do every cruise. That's ours. Everybody buys their shot glasses and stuff like that. Try and think of something outside the box and take it one step further. And if you have something you do that's a cruise tradition, it's not necessarily a tip, send me your cruise traditions. And one of these weeks, I'll do this on everybody's cruise tradition. Send them to me. What a great idea. Brainstorming. Here we go. Cruise traditions. Send me yours. Email me. Coming up in the link. Other than that, subscribe. Blah, blah, blah. Send me your tips. Send me your traditions. And if you have any questions, email me and ask me. I'm here to help. And with that, that was a fun one. I will see you later, Cruising World. Any questions? Email me anytime. cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. I promise I'll reply as soon as possible. Want to book a cruise or any type of travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, mick@elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe. Thank you.